Today, I want us to look at what is in this camera bag or this my content creation luggage. It's a small bag that I got from K&F Concepts. It's a company that manufacture tripod like these content creation kits. So today, in case you are into content creation and you are looking for a simple bag or a minimal list of gadgets that you want to travel with or you want to go out with. So for me, I went in for this bag, this simple bag. Is I don't know if you can see, this is the whole bag. Very quite small. This is about 10-liter bag. It's about a 10-liter bag. It's not too big and it's not too small too. So today, that's what I want us to look at. So let's see the compartments. The main one, as you can see from the video, is having 2 zip. So you can open it. So here is it. So I'll start first with this simple pack is my battery pack that I pack my batteries inside for the Sony ZV-E10. So as you can see, I have this is 3 spare batteries plus 1 in the camera, making 4. But I still have 1 additional one with a friend. So this one is my battery pack. The small pack, the small compartment, I keep my memory card, extra memory card over there. This is not the best way to keep your memory card, but I'm managing this for now. And this is my Allen key for the adjustment of the tripod or anything that need the Allen key. When I bought the bag, they added that Allen key to it, meaning that maybe I might need it in the future, so we put the battery pack here. When creating content, you need certain simple gadget, or you need some gadget to travel with. So you need to know how you can carry them, how to organize them. So for me, like the battery pack that I just spoke about, I have placed it here, which the bag is designed in such a way that you can easily hang it on yourself and you can walk with it, you can move with it whilst removing whatever gear that you want to use. Then you immediately put it back, the ones that you don't want to use. So this is the battery pack. Then the next most important thing for me is my mic, my DJI mic. I'm using the DJI Mark 1. Initially, it wasn't called Mark 1, but now that the Mark 2 is in, the second version is out. So they call the second one Mark 2, and this one they call it Mark 1. So as part of the content I'm creating currently, this is one of the mic, as you can see. I don't know if you can see it, but this is one of the mic. These are the transmitters. The receiver is on the camera on which I'm using to shoot. So I'm using today, we are looking at 2 cameras. So this is my DJI, kind of like a mini bag or a sack or a pack in which I pack mine. So these can also serve as a house lens covers. You know, the lens, they come with front cover and back cover, so I can easily put it in it and add my mic to it. And this is the mic case. So all the case, everything is inside. So I put this here, and then we come to the camera will be the last thing I'll talk about. So how I have 3. Formerly, I was having 1 kit lens which got damaged. It was on the camera. I'm yet to talk about the camera. Okay, let me just talk about the camera because it's having a lens here. My original kit lens that came with this camera got damaged. Unfortunately, I went out to shoot with it and I didn't bring I went to shoot. This is quick release. For me, I call it quick release. If that's not the correct name, please can you leave it in the comment section. So I keep, let me double check and be sure if my mic is recording. Yes, as part of your content creation, you need to be checking time to time to be sure if the camera is recording, or if the mic is also recording the best audio you need for your content. So I mistakenly forget this. So I improvised and mount the camera on a tripod, and unfortunately I've forgotten that it is not well secured, and in the process of moving the tripod it fell and the lens got damaged. Some time ago I have done a video about it. So these small kits that you are seeing is a very important kit that you need in securing. You mount it on the camera like this and you screw it inside. Then you easily slot this one, the quick release, into your tripod. So it's a very important tool that you should not do away with, or you should not play with at all. It can mess up the whole day for you. So this is the quick release. So now after damaging my lens, I need to use about God knows how many months of my salary to go and get new lenses. So for now, in this small bag, or this 10-liter bag pack, I have 3 lenses. So this is one of them on this camera. I would like to talk about the lens first before I come to the main camera. This lens that you are seeing, the cover is here. Where did I put the cover? Okay, it's inside this one. This is a 35 mm lens coming from Mikey or Mike. It's not a zoom lens. It's also a manual lens. It's not having a chip, electronic chip on it, that when you mount it on the camera can control the focal automatically or electronically. So this one, I have to adjust the focal myself. So as you can see, I don't know, but on the overhead, you have to adjust it yourself. So this is for the aperture. This is the aperture ring, and this is the focal length, and this ring tells you the depth of field. So this is from 22 to 2, then so it's like left and right. So this is also 22, but the aperture is starting from 1.7 to 22. So this is currently, the knob in the middle on this lens is indicating that this is on 22. Then the distance, the focal length in meters is 0.6 meters. So that will help you. So this one is not a screw type. The front cover is not a screw type. You just mount it straight and you are good to go. This is the 35 mm Mikey lens. It is manufactured in China. It is very cheap. It's less than 800 Ghana cedis. I bought it less than 800 Ghana cedis. That's about $57 or something like that. I bought it from AliExpress. So this is a very cheap lens that I could get to help me shoot pictures on pictures and videos within 35 mm range. Now, this lens is not having optical steady stabilization. That is OSS. It's not having that. It's a manual lens. So it is not good, or it's not ideal for vlogging. But you can use it to take like the head shot video or talking head video, like what I'm doing right now. This lens is good for it. Or it's also good to take pictures. You can take pictures with it. So with your Sony ZV-E10, you can use it with this lens. So that's for the lens. Now the second lens that I have is 50 mm TT Artisan. In Africa, we will call it Artisan because it is Artisan. So it's called TT Artisan. So as you can see, it's having TT Artisan. This is also a Chinese made lens. This is a Chinese lens. This the first lens that I talked, the Mikey, is designed for APS-C cameras. So APS-C mirrorless cameras. So take note before. If your camera is not APS-C, don't go for this. So the second lens is also designed for APS-C and it's also a manual lens. It is way cheaper. The reason why I'm going for this manual lens is because of the cheap nature, and two, the second reason is that they equally take quality videos and pictures. So now this, with this amount, is not going to break my bank. For this one, it is about 100 and something dollars. It's less than, I think it's 108 or 109 dollars, which is around as at the time I bought it, the dollar rate was around 17 point something. So it's around with importation and shipment and tax and everything. I think it cost me around less than 2,000, but it is way cheaper. It is good as compared to the Sony 35mm lens that I'll be buying. It's way cheaper. I'll be indicating the amount that the Sony or the Sigma 35 will be costing, will cost you. Then, but this one, I'm going for the manual one because it will not take much of a time to adjust the focal length. These are the focal, this is the aperture. The aperture controls how much of amount of light supposed to pass through the lens to hit the camera sensor. When I tilt, now I've closed it. So currently the aperture is on 16. So when I open it to 1.2, it has opened wide. So as you can see, this is very wide, and it will allow more light to come inside. So the cover too is made of metal and you have to screw it. It's not like the type that you have to just clip it, then unclip it, then you take the lid off. This is the aperture. This control the focal length. This is what you use to adjust the blenders, whether it should take a very clear focus, and this is the depth of field. So the gauge here is what you use in controlling the depth of field and the aperture. So if this shows 16, this is 4, this is 2.8, this is 2, this is 1.4, and the last one is 1.2. So this is also good that you can easily mount on the Sony ZV-E10. So you press this button, hold it firmly, then you turn it off. So this one too can easily mount. You take your time and make sure the lens is sitting or well on the camera lens seat before you turn it. So now everything is set. Then you turn it. You hear that click noise. That shows that it is well in position. So the TT Artisan 50mm 1.2 lens is also designed for APS-C cameras. So this one, you can also use it to shoot your object, to take or to do your content, or to capture your content. So this is the 50mm lens. It's very heavy. It's full of metal. This also do not have the OSS, that is the optical steady stabilization. It's not having. It's also a manual lens. So it is good for talking head videos like what I'm doing right now. and it can also take quality pictures. It can also take videos, but it's not good for vlogging. Now, you can use these two lenses on the Sony ZV-E10 when you have a gimbal, a very correct gimbal, because gimbals have this body or optical steady stabilization. Now, that's the 50 mm lens. This is also cheap. I went for it because it will not break my bank, as compared to $100 of a lens compared to $500, $2,000 to $2,000 of a price of a lens. So this is what I have to go for. So in my bag, so you've seen two lenses so far. So now the last lens that I have, what led to me having these lenses is because of what has happened to me. So now these are lenses that are cannot zoom. They are prime lenses, meaning that the focal length is fixed at 35. Now this one too is also fixed at 50, but the aperture is from 1 point. The maximum of this lens aperture is 1.2 to 16, and this is having from 1.7 to 22. 22 means is smaller, the hole which will allow the light to penetrate through the lens to hit the sensor. Let me just show you the sensor. Now, this is a sensor. Those of you, this is a sensor. That small rectangle box you see at the middle is a lens, or is a mirrorless. That's where the light goes to hit before it prints it as image onto the screen on this monitor. This lens is a kind of a zoom lens, but it's a wide angle. Some you hear wide angle. Wide angle mostly range from, I think the lowest or the maximum wide angle lens I've ever come across is 10 mm to 35. But this one is starting from 11 mm. So as you can see, this is an 11 mm to 20 mm. So let me remove the lens cap. This is kind of like a shadow. This thing comes with a lens. Now this is the lens cover to prevent dust from entering and scratching of the lens. Now, if I can zoom this is at 20, and if I zoom it to 11, you can see there's a body movement. So this is back to 20. So now the gauge is here. So now it's at 16, it's at 14, and it's at 11. So this is kind of like a zoom lens, that a mini zoom lens will ranging between 11 mm to 20 mm. Now this is the back cover. Now the difference between this lens and that of this one and that of this one is that this is having an electronic chip which can communicate with the camera and the lens. The lens also have some chip inside. So as you can see, this is a chip that you can see, electronic chip that can communicate. So now when you mount this lens on this camera, it can easily communicate electronically with this lens because it's not a manual lens, it's a having autofocus. So you can easily use a camera to control the focus. When we say focus, is that you want to be able to gaze clearly on the object that you are going to shoot or the video you are going to take. You can easily use the camera to do the focusing. The camera can easily do it by itself, but maybe sometimes when you pick the range. So if it is 11 mm, it will automatically pick the focus or give you a clear focus. So that is what it means this is a focal, is having a autofocus. So when you hear autofocus, it means that the camera can communicate to the lens that, okay, open to this range so that I can clearly see the object you want me to see. So that is the meaning of. So this is a Tamron 11 mm to 20 mm f2.8. Now this is also not having the OSS built in it, but you can use it to take videos and take pictures. But ideally, it is good for wide angle coverage. It's having a very wide angle. It's not narrowed like the 35. Now, there's something I want to clear for you to understand. Now, the wide angle range, it starts from 10 mm to 35. Anything above 35 is no longer a wide angle. They fall between prime lenses. So we have 50 mm, we have 85 mm, we have 55 mm. It depends on the designer or the company that is designing the lens. So for this one, it is a very wide angle lens that is good for talking head video. You can use it for vlogging. At the same time, you need the gimbal to be able to control. So maybe if you want to still use it for your vlogging, meaning that when you should prevent a lot of movement, but you can do side to side movement and take your shot. So you can mount it on a tripod and take a steady shot or take a video, a talking head video. So this is quite bulky as compared to the 35. The 35 looks very smaller. As you can see, this is looking very small. And the 50 is quite heavy and is also smaller than the Tamron. This is TT Artisan 50 mm 1.2 lens. This is Mikey 35 mm 1.7 mm lens. So this is what I have in my camera bag. Let me put this here. So now, what again do I have? So as you can see, these are the battery compartment. Now, this compartment, I'm leaving it to put my drone inside. So this is the lens for, let me try. This is going to be for, this side is going to be for the drone. This is for the 11 mm lens. This portion is going to be for the 50 mm, and the last chamber is going to be, or compartment is going to be for the 35. So basically that is that. Now, which accessories am I also carrying along or is in this bag? This is my charger for the Sony ZV-10 battery. So I'll be showing you. So now I fix this back on the so now let me put everything back, then I finally talk about, so where is the lens cover? Now anytime you take your lens cover, make sure you put it inside the bag so that you don't misplace it. These are items that you can easily misplace. Then you put the cover. As we speak, I've misplaced my we want to shoot, I've misplaced the cover for the Sony ZV-10. So try as much as possible to prevent dust from going to it so that it will not damage, and moisture so that it will not damage the lens. So now this one, let me pick this cover back. Okay, so this is for the Mikey. So this is Mikey. This is how it looks like. It will go here. Now this is a cover. It's made of metal. This is all. Okay, you need to take in some time to tune it. This one for now, it can go to this side. Now, so this can go into this compartment, your charger, cables, everything can go here. You have all these equipment as a content creator traveling. You still need one more last backup, and that backup is your phone. You need to get a very good phone. It could be an iPhone. For me, I'll speak for an iPhone. So iPhone 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 Pro Max are all good. Any of the from even 11, yes, 11 from iPhone 11 Pro Max or even iPhone 11 upwards to 16 is okay. You can use this as a backup in case any of your lenses, for maybe your budget cannot be able to afford all these 3 lenses and it is just only one lens, and in case that lens fails, meaning that you cannot use the camera, in case there's a fault with the camera, or you have, because when you buy the camera, some comes with only one battery, and maybe you are creating a content and that battery dies. What happens? Meaning that the whole journey becomes a waste. So one of the greatest backup you should have is to use a phone. So get a very good phone with a very quality camera that can shoot just like like the camera, or get an iPhone or get a phone with a very good camera that can shoot like a normal camera, because nowadays the cameras that are coming in, they have a very good camera on them that can shoot very good 4K videos and 1080p videos. So this is iPhone. For the Samsung, I would say go in for S20, S22, S23. These phones are good for Samsung. I don't know much about Samsung. For other phones that are coming in, provided the quality of the picture or the video is good for you to be able to edit or even upload it raw like that, then it is good. So apart from these things that you have in your bag, I think having a phone for a backup is very important. So using a phone, you need this tripod, a very mini tripod, which you can use on your phone. You can use it for vlogging. You can use it for taking pictures. Some come with even Bluetooth, so you don't need to be struggling taking pictures. All you need to do is to be pressing the button on the tripod. I'll do a proper video on this tripod, that mini tripod, a very small and a very portable. So it's even see the whole box going inside my hand. So meaning that you need this to go along with. So this chamber of this bag can house cables, this mini tripod. For now, I'm using that mini tripod to hold the phone in position to shoot the overhead. There's a camera above me, above my head. So I'm using that tripod to hold the phone in position. So now, all those things, including the charger and some cables, can go here. This that you are seeing here is a divider that you can use to divide inside the bag. You can create another layer of another chamber in this. So I think this is a complete pack that you ever need when you want to travel. Finally, let's talk about the Sony ZV-E10. Let me put the bag here. Now, this Sony ZV-E10, somebody will say it's an entry camera for vloggers or somebody who wants to start taking pictures, or somebody who wants to become a photographer. But for me, it goes beyond, this camera goes beyond somebody who wants to be an entry-level professional in photography and videography. This camera can take quality pictures, can take quality videos. So this is coming, the sensor or the megapixel of this camera is 24.2 megapixel. It can take 4K videos it can take 1080p videos, it can take slow motion videos. And since I bought this camera is about 2 years old now with me. I've been able to record more than 1 hour, maybe 1 hour 10 minutes before the battery dies. So this is the battery, and this is the memory card slot. So now I can record more than 1 hour before the battery will die. Now this camera has an inbuilt mic, but the mic comes with so much noise. That's why I'm using the DJI mic Mark 1. But one good thing about this camera is this camera been in existence for the past 2021. It came out 2021, and it has been there for some time now. So it's been like 5 years now, or more than 5 years now. Now, one good thing about this camera is that you can change the lens. You can change the lens. So after my kit lens that came with this camera got damaged, all I need to do is not to upgrade the camera, but to upgrade what? The lens. So this is the 35mm lens that I spoke earlier on. So I could easily fix it. Now, you might think that every year you need to be upgrading cameras. No, you don't need to be upgrading cameras, but you could upgrade lenses. So with this lens, let me put the cap. So the most important thing is after you finish removing the lens, you fix the cap so that it doesn't get contaminated with dust. So now I have changed the 35mm, and I could easily fix this 11, the wide angle, that's 11mm to 20mm. So this is how this so I would advise that instead of going to buy an expensive camera every year, because every year or every 2 years they release new cameras, but that doesn't mean that you should be changing camera like how you've been changing your iPhone or your Samsung phone. All you need to do is to upgrade. Get a very good lens based on the content that you are creating. If it is vlogging, get a very good lens that have optical steady stabilization that will not be shaking when you are vlogging. If it is landscape photography, estate photography, or real estate photography, or wedding photography, this lens is good for you. You can still use this camera to shoot very good pictures, very good videos. So I don't need to upgrade the camera. Now, as we speak, this Sony ZV-E10 has become Mark 1. We have Mark 1 of the Sony ZV-E10, and we have Mark 2. So now this has become Mark 1, and we have Mark 2. The Mark 2 have a very big battery. The battery is bigger than this one, as you can see. This is a very small one, but the Mark 2 has a very bigger battery and can record more hours, or more than 1 hour 30 minutes compared to this. This can go maybe approximately 1 hour 10 minutes, but the Mark 2 can go beyond 1 hour 30 minutes. So meaning that with this, I don't need to go, and you can solve this, get some capital, add up, and go and buy the new one, the Mark 2. The Mark 2, the last time I checked, is about 19,000 Ghana cedis. I'll indicate the dollar equivalent is about 1,000, I think 1,000, less than 1,100. It's around, yes, it's around that $1,100. It's almost close to 20,000. So for me, with this Sony ZV-E10, I don't need to go and change the body anymore. This is coming with interchangeable lens, so I can change from one lens to another. So now this is a prime lens. The 10 is also a prime lens. They are no zoom lens. This is only a zoom lens, but it can only zoom from 11 to 20, and that is the maximum level it can zoom. So now if I get a zoom lens within a range, let's say 18 or let's say 35 to 200, I can fix an APS-C lens which can zoom between even 18 to 200 mm. I can fix it on this camera. I don't need to upgrade to a very bigger camera before I'll think that I'm a very good professional content creator. No, with this you are good to go. And one thing I like about this Sony ZV-E10 is that you can easily convert it move from landscape to vertical videos or portrait pictures. When you are fixing your lenses, take notes so that the lens will sit well before you turn it. Good. Now you can easily turn this like this and you take your vertical videos. So with this, in this position like this, all I need to do is to do what? Take my vertical video. Now the monitor or the screen can rotate. Now the screen, as I'm shooting like this, I can see myself in the screen and know how to position myself. You can also use this as a landscape and also hold it like this and you can be viewing what. But the only shortcoming of this camera is that it is not having a viewfinder, whereby in case you want to take a picture, you now have to look into the viewfinder like how other cameras are, like the A6000, A6500, A6400 or A6700. All these cameras comes with viewfinders, but for this one it's not having a viewfinder. So that's why you have the monitor too. So ideally this is good for vlogging. When the kit lens is added to it, it's coming with optical steady stabilization, so you are good to go. You can vlog around, but still it will be shaking a little bit. But if you want to minimize the shaking, you have to still use the gimbal as said earlier on. So basically this is what I have in my bag. So basically this is the bag that contains all this. Now the drone is missing here, but you can add the drone, add the console, and what again, the drone, the console, and the battery, the drone batteries. I can still manage it into it. Then lastly, now if you don't want to carry your gimbal, or you don't want to carry your gimbal because it's also quite a heavy weight, you can also use your vlog pod. This is coming from Olanzi. This is a vlog pod, quick open tabletop tripod. So it can also serve as a tabletop tripod, and the version of this is TT38. Well, I don't know why a lot of TT products are now coming in the market. So this one, you can easily carry it. So let me just remove it. This is something you can easily carry. You can mount it like this on your tabletop, and you can use it to so this is the kind of like a manual. So this is your vlog pod. So now this is the physical item. This is a vlog pod. You can mount your camera on it easily like this. Let me quickly demonstrate. So with a click, you can easily remove this. You can still carry this vlog pod along, and I'll show you where to put it on the bag. So with this, you just mount it here inside, then you turn it like this, so you are good to go. So with this, like this, you can see yourself in it and you can vlog. You can also turn it like this and shoot with your, so you can shoot like this. Now if I have a rib cage on it, I can vertically mount this on the rib cage, whereby I can vertically position it like this and also take what? A vlogging or vertical videos. So basically, now you'll be asking, where can you put this on the bag or in a bag? You can put it on a small compartment here and you travel with it. So basically, this is what I'll carry in my how do you call it, in my bag or in my traveling content creation traveling bag. So this is what I want to share with you. If you want to you are thinking of which cheap lens to go for, I will recommend Mikey. I'll recommend TT Artisan 1.2 with a very wide aperture. I'll recommend DJI Mic Mark 1 or Mark 2. Mark 2 have a little advantage over this one, but if your budget can reach this, go for it. And which camera to go for and depend on for the next 10 years, go for Sony ZV-E10. If you have any question, any contribution, kindly leave it in the comment section and we take it from there. Thank you. Bye bye.